They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They give him a gain of 38.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Come back, come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And
they went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Showtime, partner. What a great one-handed catch. How much of that was him? How much of that were the gloves?
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. On the right side, this is Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now. This will be caught just inside the 10. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Two-jet.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Thomas, 93 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Party. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch, either covering with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Detroit!
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Underneath from Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Richmond. Tiger.
A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Richmond.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. They'll run with Miller. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Texans. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Barth able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Watson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Oh, blows right over him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling.
Richmond.
A give to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Black 99 Philly. Black 99 Philly.
On second down, here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they move this all the way down to the and 9. A very solid gain of 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often...
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And here comes the Texans now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 77 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Jackson, operating from the gun. Flush to his right, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Tiger! Reset!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Richmond. Tiger.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And now it's blocked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Now Jackson on second down toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back now in Jacksonville. Jackson now off the bootleg. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, it's Jackson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Richmond.
The give is to Elliott. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Reset. Tiger. Come back. Black 99, feel it.
They go to Elliott again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On first down, it's Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Reed. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Black 99, feel it. Reset.
A first down carry for Barkley. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On 2nd down, Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Elliott. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott from 17 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson. Now he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Barth. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now Ross to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Richmond.
The handoff to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Target. Richmond. Target. Come back.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Looking long for Thomas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot for Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.